Absolutely. Fantastic. Good afternoon once again. Miss Lenroy White. We're about to witness the Atlanta firm versus 22 yards who elected to bat.
And let me say good afternoon to you also. This is the second match, second of three that will be played today. And this match is a big one with the universe boss. He will be the captain, or he's captaining the Atlanta team. 22 yards they are batting at the moment, so Gayle he's marshalling his troops out there. He's fielding in at first slip.
Okay, very, very strong team, the Atlanta team. They have a lot of international experience in terms of Ryan Emmerich, Corey Anderson, Chris Gayle, Stephen Taylor. Very good team.
In terms of Chris Anderson, he is the former world record holder for the fastest 50, fastest 100 in ODIs, and 36 balls. That was made of the West Indies. And he broke the record, believe it or not, with a bat that he borrowed from Sachin Tendulkar. And he used that bat and he broke Shahid Afridi's record of 37 ball ODI 100.
Oh, and that's a very good shot there from Malik. Wonderful shot, ball pitched outside the off stump, back across and cut to the covers for 4 runs. Pereira bowling very short delivery to start off things. So as it is, it's 5 without loss. Cuts again, but this one won't run away to the boundary. They're looking for 2 and get there quite comfortably in the end. As we know, that Perry has represented the West Indies as well.
So they'll be looking to build a formidable score because, of course, on the other side is the universe boss himself. So, oh, that one was in and out. First wicket would have been down, but
Emmerich, it seems like Red Emmerich, the fielder, dropped a sitter there at long off, and he's gonna take up things from the commentary box end. I think.
Of course, Red Emmerich is another of those international players. He represented the West Indies, I think in ODI and T20, and he's one of those well-traveled players, you know, playing a lot of T20 leagues all over the world and T10.
Yeah, he brings a lot of experience and class to this tournament as well, and he's been playing this tournament for a number of years. The US Open, he has represented quite a few teams here.
And a regular staple in the CPL as well.
Absolutely. So it's a very well-rounded team, and
I'm here. Yes, Adi, you can go ahead. Ivory getting ready. You have seen
yes.
The glass catch there.
Yes, Adi, I'm ready when you are.
Yeah. Over to you, Ivor.
Okay, well, we have here the vice captain. He's deputizing because his skipper is at the wicket at this time. So for now, we're gonna introduce Mr. Singh to you, and he's gonna do all the representation here for his team. Mr. Singh, welcome to South Florida.
Thank you, sir. It's always good to be out here in Florida.
Okay, well, we know we're in COVID time. I know you've been following protocols, at least in the stadium. So for your team, how did you go about practicing in this COVID? Did you get a chance to practice for this tournament?
Well, most of the guys are active players, and you know they've been practicing playing cricket in their respective countries and regions. Yeah, you know we've been able to get some cricket. You know during the COVID, it's always hard, you know, with keeping up with the training and stuff. But most of us were able to manage and you know stay on toes and get ready for the tournament.
Okay, well, I would imagine you have no niggles in your team. You're going to be playing. This is the second match, so you've been waiting. You would have seen what would have transpired a little bit in the first match. What is your assessment of the field?
So I mean the wicket, based on the first game, wickets looks bit sticky. I feel like the balls are gripping a bit. Spinner's been coming out handy in the first game, as we see, and even this game they started with the spin up front. So as of now, it looks like it's holding a bit, and it's you know it's not coming through. But you know the grass is light, and the outfield is boundaries are small. So you know we're looking to get somewhere around 145, 150 for now, and let's see how it goes.
Okay, well, what part are you going to be playing apart from the vice captain? Bowling, batting, all around it, giving advice, helping out? What are you going to do?
Well, collective effort. I'll be my main role is a fast bowling, so that's my main role. But you know, I'll be helping as needed in the game, and we have a great unit, good bunch of young guys who has played you know quite professional cricket as well. So we're just looking to go out there and enjoy and you know get the win.
Well, we thank you and good luck for the rest of the way. Thank you. 22 yards, and we would have had a report there from the vice captain deputizing for his captain, who is at the wicket at this time. This time he plays it nicely off the back foot into the cover region, and they scampers through for a single.
So we're back to the action, and as it is, it's 10 without loss in 1.4 overs. Medley bowling some decent and accurate pace. Trevor Griffiths on 3. Oh, he goes down the ground this time. Hemrick giving chase. They should come back for 2, which they do so quite comfortably in the end, and it puts them on to 12 without loss.
Yes, indeed. Interesting interview with Ivor and the vice captain for the team there. So
Jesse Singh.
Yes, and he's standing by, maybe in a little while for another one. We'll just wait and see. In the meantime, the action is going out in the middle, and this one was cracked away for 4 runs as the umpire gave a signal down through the deep cover area.
And that was a very good shot from Malik. He got to the pitch of the ball and just executed over mid-wicket. 2 bounces into the boundary row. Very good shot. Technique was correct, and he executed well. Well, as we know, Jesse Singh, the vice captain of 22 yards, he was just recently concluded in the Guyanese Amazon Warriors in the CPL. He didn't play in the game, but I'm quite sure there was a lot of experience gained from the young man. Jesse Singh, very talented player, represent the USA as well. So 22 yards, they have some really good players in terms of Andre McCarthy, who was represented West Indies before. They have Javar Glenn, who played for the Zooks, who is a very destructive left-hand batsman, as we know. So they got the likes of Gayle and the big names. It's a very decent team they're up against, and this game could be go any direction at the minute.
And of course, even if you're only drafted and you did not get to play, you have gained a lot of experience just being in the dressing room.
And that's a very good reverse sweep shot. Didn't had enough in it to get to the boundary, but they came back for two. Trevor Griffith. Sorry. Trevon Griffith. Looks really elegant player. Very classy.
And he's on to 5 from 4. Akeem Hussain, the bowler, coming in from the northern end. West Palm Beach end. They just track through for a single there. Easy going.
I think Hussain, did he represent Trinidad and Tobago in the Trinidad?
But of course, on display here is nothing but the best of the best when it comes to cricketers. And we have grown over the years to expect nothing less from MAQ when it comes to the US Open and drafting quality players.
Absolutely. And if you look at the difference between, you saw that a few minutes ago, the running between the wicket was absolutely spot on. They saw the opportunity for two and immediately they decided to go through for two. So that's very good cricket all around. You see the difference, the high intensity with these players. They know the game is at large, so they're coming out to do what's right.
Early call, yes.
Cut down to point, can't score. And they're saying goes back to his mark, it seems, and it's 21 without loss as we approach number over 3.
If you were the captain, what would be first and foremost in your mind right now? Would one of the things be Chris Gayle in the back of your mind?
My thing would be just come out and play your natural game. You know, you've been playing in your major tournaments, wherever you play in your local league. Just come into this game with that same momentum. Do not change a thing. You know, just think about the things that have been making you successful as a cricketer in your tournament. Don't think about Chris Gayle. Play your natural game. Don't think about who they got, what they got. Just come out and execute your game plan. That would be my chat in the back of the head to the teammates.
Well said. Well said.
And that's very good running between the wicket, these two. They have a very mutual understanding of each other. And, you know, that shows class and quality of opening batsmen. And I haven't seen that much when it comes on to, like, the West Indies. You're not seeing those sort of...
camaraderie between the, you know, you have to have this chemistry. It's like Gordon Greenidge and Desmond Haynes that batted over the years together. So sometimes they just need to look and, you know, one signal or whatever, but they get to understand each other over the years, and that is what make it work. So you can have a team that is all filled with superstars, and yet, you know, we don't end up like the ones who has the chemistry together. That's why Kevin Peterson was dropped from the English team. He's a super batsman, but the chemistry wasn't there
teammates
with him. Yes.
Oh, that's a very good shot. That's an excellent shot. Has it gone all the way? No, it's not. One bounce into the boundary for 4. But you saw the batsman there, Griffiths, getting down the track, advancing, using his foot to the pitch of the ball, and that absolutely magnificent execution shot over long on for 6.
There were 4. Just fell inside the rope, inches inside the rope. So yeah, but you could see you can see the intention.
And they know what they're up against. So from ball one, they know they need to play positive cricket, and I think they have been doing that quite well. Oh, that's a cheeky one.
Oh,
what a catch!
Beautifully taken. What a catch! I thought that ball was over into the boundary or close by, and that fielder jumped one-handed up in the air, left hand came down, fell over.
And guess who it is? It's the universe boss, it seems.
Is it?
Gayle in action. He's getting in the action. He's here to showcase what he's made of.
Yes.
And there you go. The universe boss, Chris Gayle, executing at his best. That's a magnificent catch.
Yeah, I just couldn't see from here who it was. But I tell you, that's some quality catch. You can indeed, it shows that he is a universe boss.
Absolutely. He waited for. At one point, I thought he misjudged it, but he just knowing that the type of cool-headed player that Chris Gayle is, cool, calm, collective, and he do what he do. Very good catch.
For a moment, I thought that ball would be in the boundary, but spectacular catch taken by Chris Gayle, and that's why he is here on showcase.
Absolutely, and very, very decent ball from the bowler as well. I thought he just held it back a little bit. He saw the batsman shifted across, and he just held it a fraction back, and the batsman wasn't able to go through. If it was a faster ball, it would have gone over Chris Gayle, but he changed the pace, and that's smart cricket from Midley. Absolutely smart cricket.
Took some of the pace off the ball. Yes.
And to the wicket we have Andre McCarthy. Very classy player.
Represented
Talented.
Jamaica.
Absolutely. Represented Jamaica and the West Indies. He jabbed this one onto the onside. Gone through for a single. So he's off the mark. He means business.
Little change of field. Changing positions around a little bit. And I remind you that we're still in the power play. The first 6 over of the match of the innings is a power play. No more than 2 fielders can be outside the 30-yard circle.
Oh, that's a beauty. That's an absolute rip-off a delivery. Pitched outside off stump, moving back just a fraction into the left-hander. Very good stuff. Taken by the wicket keeper, who is Stephen Taylor today. Stephen Taylor, a local base player. I wouldn't say local base player, but a local lad from Fort Lauderdale. Was represented Barbados Strider, and he represented, I think, Guyana as well, Jamaica Talawa as well. So he's pretty much an established player here. He represented the US national team as well.
Right, he represented the United States in ODI qualifications.
I remember that innings where he smashed, I think, 90 summit. It was a smashing innings from Stephen Taylor, and he's one of the dangerous players to look out for as well. You cannot underestimate this lad, Stephen Taylor. Very good talent here in South Florida as well. And
he was one of those players that were selected on the international side that was sent to Pakistan to help Pakistan to re-enter the international cricket. Because, you remember Pakistan hasn't been playing cricket inside Pakistan. But when they sent, the ICC sent a team down there, and Stephen Taylor was a member of the party.
Absolutely. Very, very elegant left-hand batsman as well. Can be explosive at times, Stephen Taylor. But he's very smart and very level-headed type of cricketer. And that's a very good attribute to have. And I just wish him the best and hope he keeps that momentum with him. Keep that smart brain and keep doing the right thing and go on to do big things for the West Indies, hopefully in the future.
For the time being, he's concentrating on USA.
Absolutely.
So he's a USA player. So after over number 4 is 29 on the board. Current run rate 7.33. And I guess they'll be aiming to push it a little more, push the momentum, put a little impetus there, because after the 6th over is completed, then they're going to be having more fielders outside the 30-yard circle.
Absolutely. What do you think is above par score in this wicket with the likes of Chris Gayle and Taylor and all those big hitters, the Anderson, Corey Anderson, and all those type of big hitters?
If they get going, nothing under 200 is going to prevent them from winning. Nothing under 200.
So you're going with this team as the pick of the tournament so far?
On paper, yes.
Absolutely.
I have to emphasize, on paper, yes. But then one of my colleagues, Simon O'Brien, that we do a radio program on Sundays, cricket show, he said, look, cricket is played on the pitch, not on the radio, not on the television, but cricket is played on the pitch. So, but just on paper, Chris Gayle's side would have to be the team that you considered big favorite.
Absolutely. And the bowler was Perry, he has represented the West Indies. Oh, it's given. He's gone.
And he's stretching as if to say, look, umpire, I'm way down down the pit, but hey, you just got to go. The umpire say, you're out, you're out.
And McCarthy doesn't contribute to much today as well. He's gone for 1 from 4 delivery. And very disappointed, but really good bowling from Kerry Perrier, who's been playing some really phenomenal cricket over the last couple of years. So, spotter bother, you think? 30 for 2?
I would say it's still early. Still early. I would rather to be the fielding side. But I think it's still early to I would say.
To make that judgment.
Made a judgment call.
Yep. New batsman to the wicket. Another West Indies player. Rutherford.
And he was also drafted in the IPL. And I know he's one of those aggressive players. So we can look for big things from him here if he should get going.
Yeah, Shafane Rutherford is a very clinical player who likes to execute.
And one of his favorite players, I think it was Gayle and Lewis.
So this is the opportunity for him to show them that this is the reason why I adore you as a cricketer. I'm going to execute just like you do. He plays well on the onside.
Immediately after mark.
He looks a very composed cricketer over the last year or two, Rutherford. He just hasn't been able to go on to get that big score that we know he's capable of doing.
Yeah, so he did not get a lot of batting time in the IPL. We got a couple of innings, did not would say set the place ablaze.
You referring the CPL or the
IPL? I think he. Well, we'll check that out. But I know he was in the IPL. He was drafted and he was there.
Okay. Well, the CPL wasn't really a big success in terms of players going on to score big runs for any of the team. Most of the team, apart from Trinidad and St. Louis. Sorry, I mean the Zooks who got off to some really good start. Some players gotten some runs in terms of Fletcher, Pollard as well. It hasn't been like, even for the Jamaica Talawa, it hasn't been like a lot of players who were able to go out there and establish themselves. Andre Russell didn't really get going because of injured. Ravman Powell, the captain, I think played a little bit too much of ego cricket in my book.
And he hasn't done well in the A-team tour of New Zealand either, Ravman Powell that is. But back here, Emirates is getting ready to bowl his first over.
And we know what Emirates is capable of. So things doesn't get easy for 22 yards. They need to get a partnership going, and it needs to be soon, very soon. Because Emirates, we know what he's capable of. This man is playing cricket.
Very wily veteran, about 39 or 40 years old.
But still able to generate some pace and get the ball in the right areas. Starts off with a wide down the leg side. Little bit of inward movements for
Emirates bowling from the southern end or the commentator's end. As Retford tapped his bat, waiting on see what I'm going to be doing this time.
I would love for him to get on to get a big score today and get things on the way. He looks really good in his defense as they run through for a single.
Very good timing. Quick single.
And they lost 2 early wickets, and that's all they need to do. Just
They
keep,
just have
keep
to
rotating the strike, get that little partnership going. You know, a few overs from now, they can accelerate and get some maximum. but really good stuff.
Yeah, consolidate a little bit and then once again open the face of the bat. Oh, this one might be for no. See if it's a wide or bias. As we wait the signal of the umpire. No signal, so apparently there's some bat in it. So Rutherford is on 3 from 3. Malik 20 from 17. And we are in the final of the power play overs. Over number 6. Number 7 to do Riyad Emrit.
That's another wide delivery.
Leg side, the another wide. We call that the Jenny Craig moment for the umpire. Taking his exercise, stretch.
For someone of the class of Emirates, that's I think the third one down the leg side, the second one down the leg side, beg your pardon. He should be experienced enough to know he needs to start a bit more outside the off stump and get some inward movements towards the left-hander. That's more like it. Can't score, the batsman drives out to extra cover. The fundamental of the cricket game nowadays has changed significantly back in your days in terms of the 80s. I don't know if I should say 70s, but 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s, I think. What's your intake in terms of how cricket has changed significantly and the fundamental of the game?
Well, first of all, there was no vision. No one envisioned that there would be like 20 overs aside cricket, 2020. You know, and we started the ODIs. The ODI was started back in the 70s and thereabout, and the T20 and now T10. Because I think that if cricket is going to go back to the Olympics, it got to be like T10 version, and get real popular here in the United States, because over here everything got to be fast. It's a microwave, T10, T20, and I think that one slide through the vacant slip area down to the boundary for 4.
And he deliberately played that shot there.
Okay,
Rutherford, absolutely. Great timing, just caressing the ball through the slips position. He saw the opportunity where the keeper was just the keeper and no slips inside. So he
no gully, no slip, no everything. So just help it on its way. Yes, so it's totally different. I mean, we grew up on 4 days cricket, you know, playing the regional competitions, then Shell Shield, and Test cricket. And there was nothing else.
Oh, that's a very elegant.
Chase is on, but will the ball win? Yes, it does. Oh no, very good feeling there. Combination by both fielders. One pull it back, throw to the other, and like a rocket back to the wicket keeper. Good fielding.
Yeah, very, very smart cricket all around. The batsman played very elegant through the gap. Very excellent timing through the gap, and the fielders, they did a tremendous work out there, complementing each other in terms of saving. So at the end of the power play, it's 43 for 2 here at Central Borough Regional Park. Malik is on 20 from 17. Shafrain Rutherford 9 from 7. Your thoughts of the first 6?
First 6, good cricket all round. It's a battle between bat and ball. The wily veteran Chris Gayle tried to swing his bowlers around to make something happen, and indeed something happened. They have gotten 2 wickets, and overall I think they have done well to keep the 22 yards to 43 for 2 at the end of the power play. Things should tighten up a bit after the completion of the power play, I would say.
Absolutely. I think great cricket from both teams. 22 yards in the Atlanta team. I think it's equally steady. They're not behind by much. I would say they're still going at 7.1 runs and over. But with a team with the batting lineup like an Atlanta team, you need a little bit more than that. And maybe they're saving it. They still got a lot of batting in there. They got Jesse Singh. They got Javar Glenn. They got some really powers hitter in that 22 yards team, and if they can keep momentum going, build a nice partnership of 40 or 50 towards the end, and those players can come out and accelerate and get maximum probably 180, 190.
Just want to give a shout out there to Mr. Shaw. I know he's watching up in Canada. Mr. Shaw, sorry you can't be here, but because of circumstances. Give a shout out also to Leon Francis. Mr. Leon Francis, he's up there in Central Florida. I know he's watching. This one could, oh, very good catch. Went down to hit that one, maybe through the offside, maybe mid-wicket, but Simi got a leading edge. And the fielder there took a very good running catch.
Yep, and it seems like it's Malik who's gone for 21 from 19. He was trying to put his foot on the acceleration, but he was cut short with some steady bowling from Pereira, who kept it a little bit slower in the air, and the batsman went through it. The shot wasn't really there for the making, and he got a leading edge onto the man coming in from a backward point area. So wickets continue to fall, and they haven't yet to get a steady partnership going.
So the new batsman will be Christopher Barnwell. He'll be joining forces with Rutherford.
Yeah, Christopher Barnwell, Guyana. He's
a Guyana combination.
Absolutely.
Guyana duo.
He's playing for the Guyana national team, and he has represented them in the CPL as well. He can be very destructive. He can be a very destructive player if he gets going, but at the end of the day, wicket keeps falling. Someone needs to bat right through and get a decent score on the board.
Right, you have to have an anchor person who not just stay there and anchor, but keep the runs ticking while the others will go at it. But they have no so far lost 3 wickets.
And these two, they have played against each other, Perry and Christopher Barnwell, so they know what each other is capable of. So I think it's a great opportunity for them to showcase their talent and get the better of each other. So let's see. The slips, the captain getting super attacking, slips into place. A man coming in at short cover. So smart cricket from the captain here.
New batsman, so you put him under pressure. Bring in the fielders.
Absolutely. Force him to go for the big shot. And I think this is very smart cricket from Chris Gayle. Very, very smart cricket from the Atlanta team.
You're trying to go for the big shot, then you make the error. You're picked up out in the deep.
I can tell you this for sure. I know Christopher Barnwell, he's not going to sit around for too long without getting those hands out and start accelerating.
And you can see this is a sign of experience with Gayle captaining. You know that a new player came to the crease. He's going to be under pressure to start, having lost the 3rd wicket. Sorry, I was told that Emirates is the captain, but it was advertised as Gayle will be captain in the side. So our error, Emirates is the captain.
And he's
a wily veteran, as I've said earlier in the telecast. He has been around for quite a while. He has played in a lot of 2020 leagues around the world, right in the Caribbean. He played in Canada and all over. So they are doing the right thing. Put pressure, exert some pressure on the new incoming batsman, and force them to make error by trying to go over the top.
Absolutely. Smart captaincy from Emirates. I'm sure he speaks to his senior players as well to get their opinion in terms of what method to go at in terms of changes and so it's
Emirates himself will be coming in from our end. He'll continue to bowl. He bowled 1 over for 10 runs so far. So he'll be coming in from the southern end once again. And he'll be bowling to Rutherford. Yes, no, and eventually they retrieve to the safe area of the crease. Remember that the last over he sprayed quite a few down the leg side, Emirate that is, some wides.
Sometimes things need to start off like that for you to get your momentum right and for you to analyze yourself as a bowler and come back stronger, and that's exactly what he has done. And let's see if he can get a wicket or two in this over and put the 22 yards team under a lot more pressure. And he has some superb slower delivery, Emirates, as he bowled in the previous over a couple to Rutherford.
Yes, as I've said, he has played all over the world. He's got a lot of a bulk of experience, so he's a wily veteran.
Push through at mid-wicket. They should get two. Barnwell decided not to. Picked up by Damien Ebanks, another prolific player who has scored. They call him the runs machine here in the US Open. He has been around the US Open a while and a very destructive player. I'm quite sure you have seen him in the tournaments before and what he's capable of doing. So,
and he's called that name for a good reason.
Absolutely. I remember last year, I think in one of the semi-final, he got somewhere in the 60s, 68, I think. If I'm not. Played on the onside. They're looking for two.
That would be suicide.
I think there was an opportunity for two. The batsman had slipped a little bit. If not, I think two was possible on.
But it's good sometimes to forego the second and then so you live to fight another day.
Absolutely. Appeal, a ball that seems to would have gone down the leg side, but half-hearted appeal from the bowler and the wicket keeper. Not many people were interested in that one.
Of course, the umpire giving a signal, leg by.
At least they're not soaking up too much dot ball in this over. They've gotten three. So at least a run the ball will be okay at the minute. Being the fact the bowlers are bowling really steady and getting the ball in the right areas.
Just looking around at the beautiful advertisement in the boundary area, we can see US Open, fantasy, MAQ Group, MAQ TV, Steam Stereo, it is Steam. Different advertising going on. Of course, those are some of the sponsors. Others, of course, around the ground. Sponsors for this US Open Cricket. The 12th edition, may I say, the 12th edition of the US Open Cricket.
Yeah, and the way that Andre McCarthy got out, it was just too casual for me. Going for that shot so early in the innings, he had lots of time at the wicket. You just need to be T20 is about big hits, yes, but you need to be patient sometimes and conduct yourself and construct an innings, get your foundation out. But I guess you got a rush of blood.
This one should just staying at home. Just one.
Another tidy over here. He has already bowled 2 or 3, I think. I'm after. Yep, 2.2 for 9 runs. Very economical. Going at 4.5. Somewhere around that region.
Main wicket taker. He has taken 2 so far. 2 for 9. 1 point.
Barnwell plays this one down to mid wicket. They got one. They're trying to be cheeky for 2.
I guess the universe boss slowed down to see if they're going to try a second one. with his eye on the ball and the eye on the wicket keeper.
Very tricky candidate, Chris Gayle. Very fun and excited player. Rutherford nudges. Another single. Can't really score a maximum of the bowler, who is keeping it really tight and steady.
Well, he has the reputation of being a very tidy bowler, and he is living up to that reputation.
Barnwell plays. Chris Gayle puts himself into a short-ish mid-wicket area because he saw that was a vacant area. The batsman was just nudging the ball, getting 1s and 2. But the captain decided to
plug that gap. Big appeal by the wicketkeeper. The umpire not interested. And that's the end of the over. Over number 9. And the 22-yard Sultans, I think they are under a little bit of pressure to be almost 9 over, to be almost 10 overs, and they are not yet, well, just over 50. 54 for 3, yeah, they're 54.
Scoring that 6 runs exactly. The 22 yards team seems to have a bowling change. Wayne Parnell, it seems.
Yes, of course, he's a former international from South Africa. Yes.
They have a lot of variety of bowlers in this team. Even Stephen Taylor can bowl a bit of off spin. He's very effective as well.
Yeah, wicket keeper, bowler, batsman, genuine all-rounder.
They have Chris Gayle as well, who can bowl his off spin, can be effective at times.
Oh yeah.
And we know Wayne Parnell can generate some pace. I don't know if he still has it, but his reputation, knowing that he's a quick left arm seamer. He's going to be running into bowl to Rutherford. Rutherford drives on the onside, mid-wicket area. They get a single and puts the score on to 55 for the loss of 3 wickets.
Of course, Wayne Parnell left-handed, so he's able to move the ball away from the left-hander, or move the ball away, may just take an edge or something.
I think these two needs to bat until at least 15 and give them a great platform to work with at the back end of the innings. At the minute, they're playing smart cricket. The bowling has been absolutely sensational so far, but they've still been able to maneuver and get 1s and 2, and that can be very vital, as we spoke about it earlier, in terms of, you saw the first game, and you see batsmen not able to score. They're trying to get maximum, but instead of just getting 1s and 2, and it could be very vital at the back end of the innings.
Good delivery. Dug out by Rutherford. Very good delivery. The fielders got excited, the bowler got excited, and there's a good reason why. But it was dug out by Rutherford.
And even in some stages in T20 cricket, Yorkers are not good enough. It's a batsman game, and oh, he slashes outside the off stump, misses completely. Is Barnwell. Oh, and that's a very good shot, very fine, and that's going to run away. 4 runs, very elegant shot from Christopher Barnwell. Short pitch delivery. Batsman got in line and guided it down to fine leg for 4 runs. Very good shot.
Yes, indeed. Good execution, and this is what they're waiting on, more and more of that, because they want to push the total to not just 130, 140, but I think to have any chance of winning this game, they'll have to score in excess of 190 to 200. Cricket is a funny game, but it don't look as if it's on right now.
Based on what we see on paper, that's what we're going after. But you know, cricket it's play on the pitch, so hopefully they can come out 22 yards and do what they have to do in terms of the bowling unit. I'm quite sure they have some really good bowling as well in terms of Jesse Singh. They have enough option. They have Christopher Barnwell as well, who bowls really well. They decided if they want to let Pereira finish his 4 over, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're trying to apply that pressure, and I think that's smart cricket from the captain. You already got 3 wickets. You want to get two more of these batsmen. You could be in the dugout soon.
And Barnwell, who is batting, of course, he has already represented the West Indies in 20 T20 cricket, T20 matches, in 6 T20 matches. So he has got the experience, and he's certainly applying that experience right now. His team really needed him to stay there, and that he's doing at the moment.
Pulled down to mid wicket for a single. Rutherford, who puts Barnwell on strike, and this guy, he can hit a very far ball, but I don't think he needs to try anything risky at the minute, being the fact the bowler has been bowling really economical. Wide delivery.
Wide delivery. He went on flashes at that ball. I think he has visions of grandeur. That ball flying somewhere over extra cover for 6, but misses.
I think the
wide call.
Oh, that's a very good shot as well. Out to the sweeper out there. They're only gone through for a single. $64 for 3, 10.2. So he's been bowling really magnificently.
That one will be 4 runs. That will be 4.
Very good execution from Rutherford. Cuts on the back foot and plays it over extra cover. Very good shot. Very good timing as well. And he's very good on the back foot, so you don't want to bowl that sort of line to him, because he will play that shot all day. There he goes, play smartly. Out to mid wicket. They're thinking of 2. But very tidy work from the man coming out from deep mid wicket to restrict them for only 1. So they have gotten
$69 for 3.
Partnership is 24 so far.
Cut on the offside, well fielded. Good all round cricket. So it's over. This over number 11 just completed.
This we're going to be turning over a commentary
To Mr. Ivor Henry and Mr. Khan.
What's your analysis? Well, welcome back to the game. And right now we got bowler just finishes over, Wayne, and 7 runs. And current run rate going on is 6.3. And 69 for 3, 11 overs gone. So from here on they need to push the pedal to the metal right now to get it going. Next 9 hours they should be targeting somewhere around 100 plus runs in next 9 hours. So I will ask my colleague here, is it possible to have 100 runs in next 9 hours? Big shot coming down to the fielder, and good catch by the good fielder over there, and dismissal.
So as usual, as soon as I step into the come box, there goes another wicket. This morning there was no maximum being hit. I stepped into the come box and there was a 6. So now I stepped in and there goes a wicket. So am I good luck or bad luck? The fielding team will say it's good luck. The batting team would say I bought them some bad luck. 70 for 4, and we're here at the Broward County Stadium. We're having cricket, thank God. We're having cricket, thank God for the MAQ US Open. And he would have started this 2008 when we would have not been afforded the opportunity to host a match in the 2007 World Cup that was held in the West Indies. But he would have made good of this stadium. The only thing this year that the county, they're not going to be making the millions of dollars that he would have generated for them in terms of folks coming in. In the past, we would have had some 32 teams that would participate in this tournament. It's down to 8 thanks to COVID-19. But the teams, it's small, but we can say Talawa because they're star-studded, packed with the Gales and the Russells, the Emwits.
So Radford doing 23 on 19 balls, hit it for a single and try to make it double, but its fielder is on there, throwing the ball back to the keeper, and it's 71 runs and for a loss of 4 wickets, 11.3 overs gone. So they need to accelerate the run rate here because they have only 8.3 hours left, and for in that 8.3 hours is very crucial for the game right now. In next 8-9 hours they need to make at least 100 plus runs to be competitive in this format of game.
All right, well, Wayne Purnell, the left armer, southpaw, he is holding his own. He's just given away only some 9 runs from his 1.3 overs, so he's very stingy, he's miserly. Now, doesn't have much to give away, although we're in the Christmas season where we normally give away stuff.
Giveaway stuff.
Purnell would have none of that. He's saying, no, I'm not going to be your Santa Claus.
Sharing is caring. You have to share.
Okay, well, if you say that to Wayne Wonder, he's going to say, no, I'm going to hold the Wayne and things. I'm going to keep it to a bare minimum.
So we have a new batsman in right now.
Yes, he push and go. He goes out to the point region, but the fielder comes quickly off the ropes and send a strong throw, taken there by the wicket keeper. 1 more to the total. So Rutherford is on 24 from 20. He's going at a good clip. But Glenn, the new batter, he's just has joined Rutherford. He is on 1 from 2. This is game number 2.
Game number 2. Rutherford, he needs to stay there till the end because he's set batsman and he's concentrating in double singles, and his score rate is very good, average going on 24 runs and 20 balls, which is a very nice for a run rate for a T20, and he needs to stay there till the end.
Well, that's a successful over there by Wayne Purnell. Just 4 runs coming from that over. So, like I said, he's not going to be any Santa Claus, at least for the first 2. I don't know if they will go gung-ho for the latter part of the innings because he still has 2 overs in the bank. If he would be afforded the opportunity to bowl it, well, I think they'll have to target him But for now, 73 for 4.
As long as they have a faith and they have a belief in
Fee. And we have the United Chargers in 2010. They would have done so as well. But then we have back-to-back winners in Trinidad and Tobago. They won it 2 times and then they retired. They said, okay, we had enough of that. That was in 2011 and 2012. So they were unbeaten. They were just like a runaway freight train. I was here to witness that. 2 years that they organized. They brought players out of Trinidad here, and no other team were any match for the team. As a matter of fact, you could have picked an all-star team from the remaining teams, and there's no way. Here's a catch. It's in the air and it's taken. Soft dismissal there in the end.
Like I said, it's very crucial for right now to not losing wickets.
Yes, but the problem is that Javel Glenn, he's just gone to the wicket and he was playing an aggressive shot. And Rutherford, who's been there for some 22 deliveries so far, on 26, he's been stroking mildly for singles. The last over, we had 4 runs coming from the over and it was 4 singles. Those poles are not going to cut it, pal. But I guess he had no choice but to have a swing early. But I think that they're making heavy weather of some nice loopy spin bowling. But again, we would have seen Gayle taking a beautiful catch right in the short backward square leg earlier today. He jumped, and the jump was very timely, and he hauled it in. And that's what you come to the park to see and expect from these international players. That's what they bring to the table. So it makes good viewing out there on TV. So the folks who are viewing on the MAQ TV, we hope you'll just go ahead and share the link to your tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that cricket is coming to you from the Broward County Stadium right here in the beautiful city of Lauderhill, right in the county of Broward, in the state of Florida, and in the country of the United States of
America, where the homes are free, where the home of liberty.
There you go.
There is a chance for everybody to success. Either you play cricket or either in your life, you have a chance to succeed.
Yes, so wicket number 5 is in the bank. It's 74. It's on the cards, and this time he's playing this one again. Proper test cricketing shot. Plays it back along the track on the offside. The bowler fields, and the batsman very nonchalantly just decide, I'm going to just push this one back up.
6 runs an over, they will put them their score to what?
Well, count one weight is 5.9, and that's easy peasy by the look of things. This time he's whacking this one out to the cover sweeper. Once to his left there.
Good throw. But fielder over inside.
Definitely good throw. And he came straight to the keeper.
Restricted to 1 run only. So it's right now they're getting the batting side of it is they're getting a little under pressure because they need to start making a score from this point here.
Yes, well, St. Clair, he's in your batter. Kevin St. Clair, he's on 1 from 2. So let's see how Waterford would approach the inning from here on in. He is on 26 from 22. His sun is out in all his glory. No, he's playing one down to the short mid wicket, and there is no run.
Because they lost so many wickets already in the 12th over. And problem is the pressure of wicket, losing fast wickets and not scoring the scores 6 runs to 7 runs an hour. That will be a lower targeting score for them. An appeal for...
And he's given out by the standing umpire, so it must be a caught behind, I would imagine.
It's not a stump out?
Or no, well, the standing umpire gave him, so square leg would give stump. So the standing umpire gave him, so he has got to be out caught.
Caught.
Yes, because he cannot give stump. that would be Dolly House cricket, bush cricket, Corrie Goat cricket. If the standing umpire were to give a stump.
I was playing one day one cricket, and leg umpire gave me caught behind.
What?
I say, what cricket is that?
No, that's Corrie Goat cricket, as they would say back in the islands. But anyway, wicket number 6, and I'm saying I didn't like the inning of Shafeen Rutherford. He batted some 23 deliveries, and in the end, he showed no signs of aggression there. We would have seen the batters I know they're buckling, and there's no pressure as such. It's not to say, well, the fielders are crowding the bat. There's just normal cricket coming from the Atlanta Panveer. But
They are losing wickets fast. Now they have to concentrate on singles and doubles. They got 7 more overs to go, and they have 75 runs on board at the loss of 6 wickets. Right now the run rate they are going with, the current run rate is 5.8 run rate, and with that total and 20 overs they are looking on 130 140 score.
well, good luck with that, because we have 2 relatively new batters in at this time. But I just want to just give a big 2 thumbs up to the owner of the Atlanta Param Veers. That's Mr. Jadir Patel. And do you know that his son is playing in this match as well? Param, he is on the field of play, his son. And we just want to say good afternoon and welcome to South Florida to his lovely wife, Seema. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, namaste, sasriyakal, everything, welcome, niha. And what do you say in Caribbean, welcome? How you say in welcome, warm welcome? Culturally, when you say somebody, some of your friend, meet somebody, you say, welcome back.
That's the same thing we'd say. We use the word welcome, or, if...
Good ball from the bowler right now. And both of them are new batsmen in right now. And looks pretty. No, Rafford is there or he's out?
Well, no. Well, we had Rutherford out, but he's not out. That's what the scoreboard is saying here. So we've got to correct that. And he's banging this one square of the wicket in the offside. He played that one with some venom. Yes, Rutherford is out, and the scoreboard was a little slow in getting up. So we have Jesse Singh, the vice captain. He is now gone to the wicket. So he's got to make this ball sing. So Jesse Singh, Jesse Singh.
Jesse Singh. Singh is in the house right now. So he needs to show some miracles, show some skills. He need to reach down to his creative side of his brain to bring out a good shots, producing shots, a positive shots.
Yes, well, I'm hoping that these lights don't malfunction, because we were in brilliant sunshine today and the lights came on and off twice already in the day. So let's hope that when the sun goes down, say around 5:15, 5:30 thereabout, we wouldn't have the lights coming on and going off. But that has happened twice.
Very good piece of bowling here right now, right wicket to wicket. That's a kind T20 bowling, wicket to wicket bowling.
Well, I can tell you now from my interview with the vice captain Jesse Singh, don't expect too much from him. He said his strength is in the bowling, but of course all cricketers have to bat. Everyone does not have to bowl. So he's been summoned now to wheel the willow and to get his team into a good position where they can try to defend whatever total they would have generated at their turn at bat.
Cricketers are like a parachutes, and parachutes only work if you open. It's like a brain. If you don't open our brain, it's not going to work. Same thing like for the parachute. It's not going to work. It's not going to open itself. You have to open. In the middle of the field, you are batting there. You need to open the creative side of your mind and start accelerating shots like this one. Try to do it for 2 runs.
Taking on the arm of the fielder and is run out
And
by some distance.
The way they are losing wickets right now, it's looks like 100 runs will be difficult to reach.
But I can tell you that is poor running. He's the non-striker, and you'll find that they're running out the non-striker, going for a double from the boundary. That means he did not take off with the first run first. So that's not for the coaches for any schoolboy to be looking at. When you are the non-striker, you're supposed to be outrunning the batsman. As a matter of fact, the batter was playing from the back foot when he was swinging it to the deep backward square leg. He had to get out of that stance
Right.
and got back comfortably in his stance that the throw came in at the non-striker's end.
Exactly. Run. It is. You have to be proactive in that. You cannot be reactive to like anything in a cricket or whatever you are in any circumstances you are in. You need to be proactive. If you're not proactive, you are reactive. It's like a band-aid. We are not a band-aid. We need to have a solution, and we need to play with a plan that how we gonna from point 14 hours gone, your current run rate is 5.6. You need to get to be competitive close to 140, 150 in T20 minimum nowadays, I'm saying.
Yes, so again, we had 2 wickets in that over, just 3 runs coming from it. And I think it's going downhill. They're making heavy weather of some very simple cricket. But like I said, the vice captain, his strength is in the bowling. So let's see if he can come and maybe get a hat trick for his team. But Devendra Bishu, he was known to be the night watchman in Test cricket for the West Indies. But we would have seen him made some 50 odd runs in an inning before. But this is 2020 cricket, and trust me, this is the biggest cricket and the biggest stage in all of North America, the US Open.
US Open. It's a big tournament right now, and we have million+ viewers right now watching. And
And he's playing right across this one. The loud appeal, be sure, but the umpire is unmoved. As a matter of fact, he got some wheel onto that one. That would have saved him.
saved his life for his team. There's an old saying that you are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul. When English poet W.C. Hanley wrote that poetic line, I'm the master of the fate and the captain of my soul, he should have informed us that the reason we are master of our fate and captain of our soul is because we control our actions. What action shot I'm gonna take will put me to a 4 runs, 2 runs, 3 runs, or it get me out. So that's why we call it master of our own fate. So right now there's a 2 batsmen in the middle. What I'm seeing is they are the master of their own fate right now. How they're gonna proceed from here? 14.3 hours gone to 20 hours, and run rate is keep on dropping from 5.8 to 5.5 right now.
Yeah, well, except in the Bishu, we just want to say welcome to South Florida. Devendra. Well, he would have played some 30. Is that 36? Only I can't see that. 36 test matches and 42 ODIs and a 7 T20s. 7. Yeah, just 7 T20. Yes, he must have been on tour because he's not normally known to be an economical bowler. He has to bowl at least one making delivery in his over in test. So I could imagine in the 2020 when he would have played some 7 2020, they may have very well been on tour and they just used that one off 2020 and no need to bring in the specialists.
Is there any bowler in US MAQ T20 have done hat trick so far?
Yes. Quite a number of hat tricks. Yes, hat tricks been here. We had hat trick balls as a matter.
Shea Buckler got a hat trick?
Yeah, and we were announcing it too, Eddie and I. Yes, we were here with the Soib Akhtar. He got a hat trick right here.
He's my from hometown, Shea Buckler.
Oh yes.
Yeah, when I was little, not little that much, but we was in a high school. We used to watch him practice.
Yeah.
And sometimes nobody's there. He say, "Come pad up." I said, no.
Too fast, too quick.
that's too fast.
Well, he has been known to bowl the fastest ball in history. So the guy was quick. Shoaib Akhtar. So then the 80s now, 82 it is for 7. Over number 16 is in progress. And Emmett is back. And he has just gone for some 14 runs. He's in his 3rd over.
And
So skipper Emmett, he would have captained the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots team in the CPL. So by all means, an experienced captain. As a matter of fact, he's captained the Barbados Tridents. I remember when he was vice captain to Kyron to Pollard in Barbados, when he had to take over. He had to take over from Pollard when he took off to go and play in the IPL for the Mumbai Indians.
from here on, without losing more wickets, the team strategy should be, okay, let's concentrate on doubles and singles from here without losing wickets. Because one more wicket loss, they will put them in a tremendous pressure. That's a good shot.
Yes, Audley here once more for Ivor Henry this time. Yeah, good shot through the vacant slip area, and that was intentional. The bowler, of course, the fielder just go to retrieve that ball because it's 4 runs all the way. Just want to give a little more, and Ravindra Bishu. Bishu has the 5th best figures for a West Indian bowler in Test cricket. The top of the pile is Jack the Ripper Noriega, 5 for 95 out of Trinidad. As we watch Emrit coming in.
Good bowling.
And swing, and
is out.
He's out. He's walking.
Caught behind.
Caught behind. Yes, very good take by the wicket keeper.
Good bowling by Emirates is really good bowling. 2.3 overs, 19 runs only, and he's doing. You see, youngster needs to learn from these seniors. If we don't learn, go out from here, and we don't learn anything, then it's no use. We need all this youngster watching. Learn from the seniors, where they're pitching the ball, what's their mindset, how they are bowling, where they're pitching. Right now, Emirates is bowling wicket to wicket, close to the stumps. That's where the T20 stands for. You bowl close to the stump.
I just finished the best figures for the West Indian bowlers. Jack the Ripper Noriega, 5 for 95. Colin Croft, 5 for 29. 8 for 29. Lance Gibbs, 8 for 38. Curtly Ambrose, 8 for 45. And the man who rather disastrously, but then recover and have a good end. Sometimes I say it's not how you start, it's how you actually finish. Sometimes you can recover, sometimes you don't.
Exactly. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you learn.
And someone want to know, they did not hear the name of the commentators, so let you know that Amir Khan is with me here, Audley Watson, and sometimes you hear the voice, of course, of Ivor Henry and trying to get it right, Lesroy White. Lesroy White. Okay, so we'll make sure Eddie Edwards, of course. So when we come on next, I'll make sure that everyone know who we are.
So bowler is getting a speed up again, and looks like a good shot, but it's in the air and it's out. And one more wicket gone. More pressure back to the batting.
So years ago they had a song, boom, 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 boom. Another one bite the dust.
Yeah.
This is what happened here. So one more wicket down. So it's 109 for 8. The 22-yard Sultans CC. They are floundering right now, 109 for 9. And it's going to be easy pickings, we would say, when we look at the paper for the Atlanta Param Veers. Param Veers.
Even they add up right now at this stage 20 more runs to the total. That's a little bit more fighting score than what they have right now. They got like two more hours almost to go.
The problem, only 1 wicket.
1 wicket. So it's a tail end. I have seen the tail end bounce back.
In a recent match with the a practice match, and they were down to the wire with India and New Zealand A, and Jashpreet Bumrah came in and scored 50-odd runs there.
Oh, that's
Yes, that one they are not worried very much. The score, a very small score. So why hurt yourself diving forward to take that one? We are not under any pressure. 110 for 9.
10-9. Exactly. But that's what it is. That the fielding side is they built a momentum with their bowling by keeping the ball wicket to wickets and putting pressure, and the batting side trying to keep the runs up and losing the wickets. So it's all about your balance. Cricket is all about the balance. The mind is a mind game. The more balanced you are in your mind, the more balance you will see in your life also.
Okay, so Wayne Parnell, he's coming in once again. This time he has switched end. The first time he operated, it was from the southern end. Now he's bowling from the northern end, West Palm Beach end. Another one to the total, 111 for 9.
So Parnell is economy rate is good too. Almost 4 hours and 29 runs for 2 wickets. So he did good job for his team.
So he's going just under 7.5.
And that's it.
And that's it.
End of it.
Catch in practice, straight into the hands. And it's all over, 111 for 10, all out.
You need to learn to be patient. Be patient in that. If you would have that batsman which is going out, he would have a little bit more patience in him. He would have stayed till the end and finish off with the 20 hours. Even the 10 runs, more runs at this total can make a huge difference. It's a T20 game. It's unpredictable, and it's something that it can be. It's too late sometime to fix things. So total team is out for 111 runs and 18.5 hours. And good thing about if you see the bowling analysis for them, and they gave only 6 extra runs.
Which is good. 6 extras in 111, not bad.
Not bad. Very good bowling line length. And first match we was watching, and they had in the first 4 hours they had 11 wides. Well, hello, welcome back to this exciting game of cricket from Fort Lauderdale, beautiful Florida. And we have this great event going on, and we have King Chris Gayle.
Absolutely chasing 111 Param Veers. Chris Gayle on strike, outside edge. It's running down. He's going to get 1 and he's coming back for 2. So we see a fit Chris Gayle here, who right away is off the mark with the 2.
Cricket is a long journey. You have to keep moving forward in your desired direction.
Absolutely.
And right.
Nicely bowled and very well played by Chris Gayle.
Very well and very disciplined played by Chris Gayle. And nicely played down the wicket.
Very true. And normally you would expect a player like Chris Gayle to go after the bowlers, considering the level of cricket. But he's out there watching the ball, playing it through the ground.
I remember I saw Chris Gayle playing in Pakistan, against Pakistan, and they always bring Hafiz into attack. He's off spinner, and Chris Gayle is
A little easy on off spin, absolutely.
Little-
It's known that he kind of struggles against the off spinners, so
Off spin.
very well taught by the opposition here.
Mhm.
But he's watching the ball very carefully.
Yeah, slow start, it's just a slow start. Just a start to get your eyesight in, get your timing in.
Absolutely, and I see that he's playing with a sense of responsibility today, making sure that he eases off the new ball, and when the time comes, he's going to show his real colors.
And a first over, 3 for no loss. And
So what are your predictions? We saw the first inning, the score wasn't too high, was only 110. Do you feel like it is the pitch that's playing the role, or is it the mindset of the teams where they want to make sure that they see it through, not rush into scoring big runs, and not put because in doing so not able to put up a big score?
you see, T20 is not only hitting 4s and 6s. It's all your mindset. Our outside environment is a reflection of your mindset. Whatever you see outside is your reflection of your mind. So if you see even scores, see hundreds, 50s, 20s, 30s, you see those scores, these are all your mind frame, how you gonna set yourself inning up.
Makes sense, and that's a very nice way of looking at it. Beginning of the second over. Nicely bowled outside off stump.
And this guy remind me of
Malinga?
Hafiz.
Oh, Hafiz.
Bowling type from Hafiz. He's an off spinner. And
Absolutely. As you mentioned, they literally are following the same concept of bringing in off spinners in, because they know that Chris Gayle is not going to go after them right away.
Right.
He's asking for a helmet.
Oh, I thought he did 50 already. But it's okay. King Chris Gayle is right there in the middle right now, and he's a personality that he has a lot of followers all around the world.
Absolutely, and I'll be very honest with you, it is my honor to sit in this commentary box and actually comment on his batting. It's he's a phenomenal superstar. Nicely bowled, very well hit. There's a chance. One bounce.
And see this guy is bowling better than other end guy. The bowling was other end. This end, this southern end, is bowling better from here. He's taking advantage of the little breeze.
Absolutely, he's holding the ball in. I feel like Chris Gayle was having some trouble with his helmet earlier.
Helmet, actually, that some people, like I am the kind of player, I don't like to play spin.
Sure.
Even if I am settled in the middle of the crease, I am on 70. If you put the spinner, all of a sudden my reflexes give up on me, and next 2-3 balls I'm out. It's in all you say is in your mindset.
Absolutely.
So my weak spot is a spinner.
But I like the way Chris Gayle is taking this inning forward. He's playing very sensibly. He knows if he takes a chance, and God forbid if he gets out, that's going to put a lot of pressure on the opposition. They're asking for leg before, not out, says the umpire. Yeah, so coming back to the thought, if Chris Gayle gets out in the initial overs, that is going to put pressure on Param Veer. So I feel like he's playing a very responsible inning here.
Yeah, it'd be a very high pressure on on the batting side if they lost the early wicket.
Agreed, totally.
Their target is right now is to not to get out on
Wait, just now. Well, we're here for the third game, the coin toss, and it's going to be the team Somerset Cavaliers going to be versus Sam Army. So we're going to take the toss. We're going to take it here. Witness here by the match referee. Tails is the call. Head is the winner. Your winner.
Yeah, we are bowling first.
You're bowling? Yes. Okay, you're coming in from New Jersey. So you're coming in from the cold. You know that song? Bob Marley? Coming in from the cold. So now you're down to the sunshine state.
Yeah, correct. You're right. I mean, currently temperature is very low in the New Jersey, but our player is coming all around the world. So they are not basically from the New Jersey, yeah. So that's the good part. They are coming from different part, and they are playing their cricket there.
Okay, very good. Okay, so your team is all set and ready to go. Any niggles? Anything to worry about?
Yeah, our team is ready to play this tournament.
very
I mean,
sensitive. Normally
we
होता ही
lost
है ना
Rusty Tharon on the last moment. He got some ankle injuries, so we replace him with the Fidel Edwards from West Indians fast bowlers. Rest our team is good.
Okay, so Fidel Edwards is here in your team.
Yes, correct.
And Tyrone, he got injured. He's out.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so we expect great things from you. Well, thank you and good luck.
Thank you very much.
And we have our captain over here. Your name is Sanjay Stanley. Welcome. Is it first time in South Florida? First time in this tournament? Welcome. Welcome to the Sunshine State. And you're coming from North Carolina.
That's right, sir.
How's the weather there?
It's quite cold there actually right now. So yeah, it's good to be here, and the weather is great.
So you all thawed out now and ready to play some cricket?
Ready to play. We had a good practice session yesterday, so looking forward to playing our first game today.
Okay, so you would have lost the toss. If you would have won the toss, what would you have done?
We would have actually had a bowl first as well, because with the dew factor later on in the evening. But we're happy to bat first and probably put on a good total, try to defend it.
Okay, anything in your camp that we have to worry about? Any niggles? Anything of sort? Batters or anything? You ready to go?
Nothing at all, sir. Like, we have a pretty young unit, so we're looking forward to this experience, and yeah, just play cricket.
So you're here to put on a show. Any player? We just heard about Phil Edwards of West Indies fame. Do you have any big star name in your team that we have to look out for?
No, not really. Everyone's pretty much local in our team. A lot of we have about, I think, 10 to 12 under 19 players as well. So it should be a good experience for all of us, and we're going to look to have a lot of energy and play with a lot of intent.
Okay, well, good luck. And if you play as a team, you become as one, and that's where the superstardom comes in. Good luck, sir. I'll talk to you later. Well, that there goes with the coin toss. You would have heard that the New Jersey would have won the toss, and they've elected to bowl first. And 13 for no loss in this match in the run chase, trying to get to 112. And with that, we're going to take you back upstairs to Audley. And
Okay, welcome back. Right now is 3 hours gone and 13 runs, and the partnership is built for 13 runs between Gayle and Patel. Target is slightly low, 112 runs only, and required run rate is 5.8, but the current run rate is 4.3. They are a little bit behind what is the required run rate at this part of the inning, but spinners are doing a good job here to maintaining Chris Gayle.
Absolutely, they're sticking to the plan where they're not giving Chris Gayle much of a room, but he is doing his best to get that room. As you saw in the last few deliveries, he took room. He goes again. This time it could be a boundary. Yes, it is. So that's a proper boundary by Chris Gayle. Last over we saw a leading edge going to the fence. Now that's boundary number 2, and Chris Gayle moves to 16 from 17 balls.
Excellent batting by Chris Gayle, and as a young viewers are cricket enthusiasts, they would like to learn these shots, to adopt it into their cricket life.
Down the track he goes, but this time safely played to covers.
I feel that Chris Gayle is still not settled yet on the spinners.
He took room, went for a slog. Didn't quite get it on his bat. Yeah, I agree with you. In general, Chris Gayle has struggled against spinners. So, a very good strategy by the opposition. And Chris Gayle hasn't settled in today either. But so far, so good. That was nicely played to gully. But this is typical Chris Gayle. So, you will see one over where he is killing the bowlers. The next over, you might see him struggle rotating the strike. So, that's typical Chris Gayle for us.
I mean, they are allowed to bowl like 4 hours each, or
Yeah, every bowler will be allowed 4.
4 hours. So if they drag like this 8 hours, those two spinners, then
That is going to put some pressure for sure. But to be honest with you, that would be Chris Gayle playing these bowlers for more than 4 overs. So it doesn't matter if you're a spinner or a fast bowler at the end. I think if you're bowling to Chris Gayle consistently in the third over, you're going to get hit for boundaries for sure.
yeah, you're going to see the firework from Chris Gayle very soon.
Absolutely.
And we have viewers all around the world.
Watching us live on MAQ TV.
MAQ TV, and hoping to see the firework from Chris Gayle.
Absolutely. I know people back home in Chicago, where I am from, they were really looking forward to watch Chris Gayle, and I'm pretty sure they are glued to their devices right now watching this on MAQ TV. But a very good start by the opposition as well. 22 yards, Sultan sticking to their plan. 4 overs, only 17 runs were given.
Very good economical rate by
Absolutely.
the Sultans here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Good now.
Sure.
Just kick back and relax.
Alright, so the big man is on strike. He's aiming the leg side boundary here. He took room, nicely played. Will that go all the way? A chance? Nope, that's 6 number 1 for the big man, Chris Gayle.
The king, Chris Gayle.
For 1 second, I thought that the fielder on long on probably had some chance. But nope, he was just a mere spectator.
Good. No, good.
And that's some very sensible cricket. He hit the last one for a 6, but this time just played it too long on for an easy single. That takes Chris Gayle to 22 of 22.
So now they catch up with their run rate with the 6. Now they are at the current run rate at 5.6.
And that was nicely played. That might go for 4. Yes, it does. But there was a very good fielding effort by the fielder. Let's talk about this youngster. I cannot imagine what kind of a pressure Param Patel has right now batting in with Chris Gayle.
He's now you see his shot, sign of aggression from him also, because birds of feather flock together.
Absolutely.
Have you heard that?
Yep.
Birds of feather flock together. That they give each other energy that you're looking for.
True.
So it transforms the energy that you're playing with, person with you're playing with. You're learning, and you are at experience playing with the King Chris Gayle. Then obviously you're gonna learn something from it.
Absolutely, I agree with you. So in a way, you have immense pressure because you are playing with such a big legend. At the same time, you do not have any pressure because everybody is counting on Chris Gayle. It was nicely driven, but straight to mid-off. So yeah, coming back to the thought. So in a way, you have the pressure, and at the same time, you don't have the pressure because everybody's focused on Chris Gayle. So I would congratulate Param there for getting this opportunity to play with Chris Gayle and the way he's batting right now.
Yeah, he's obviously he played one shot like a Chris Gayle too, and it's you're learning. It's a learning curve.
Absolutely.
So in cricket, we keep on learning.
True, very true. So 5 overs gone, 30 for none. So that's 6 runs per over.
That's a good average right now going on, and their current run rate is up than the required run rate.
Absolutely. That's the key thing. They're only chasing 111 right now. So this is the first time when Param will be batting from.
Right now, this Param Veers need the breakthrough. They need the wicket. It's very crucial for them at this point of the game to take one wicket, so it will build up a little pressure on the batting side.
Agreed.
And if they are doing good job, not bad for 5 overs, almost gone, and you have 30 runs on board without any loss.
Absolutely.
And again, and big hit. And
there's a
it
chance,
be out.
and that is out. So
Yeah,
Param
that's-
is out.
That's what I was talking to you about.
It's literally commentator's curse here. We were just talking about this, that in
Yes.
order for Sultans to put pressure on Param Veers, they have to get a wicket here, and they got it in the name of Param Patel.
So all I'm reading is reading the body language of the fielding side. I'm reading the mindset of the fielding side, and that was their ultimate goal, to get one wicket, get a breakthrough. So it
Now-
will put little bit pressure on the batting side.
See, Param was batting so well. He was doing the job what he should be doing. That was giving company to Chris Gayle, and then a rash shot like that. What do you make off of that?
I mean, sometime you have to you playing with a one of the best player, Chris Gayle,
True.
king of his field, right? So you playing with him, that you need to rotate strikes and give it to the strike to the other person.
Absolutely. Instead of taking a pressure on yourself and trying to go for a big hit,
Big hit.
which he tried and wasn't successful.
Yeah. So it's just a mind frame that this obviously all these teams came here to enjoy the cricket and to win.
Absolutely.
And they brought their best teams to put together, and they're trying to win the game.
Chris
and
Gayle goes for the big one. And that's out of the spark. Over mid-wicket for the second 6 of the game by the man himself, Chris Gayle.
that ball was a little short of length also.
Yeah, the moment it came off of his hand and Chris Gayle knew that it's short of a length, I can imagine he probably saw a football.
Yeah.
He went on his back foot and killed it over mid-wicket for a huge 6. Alright, nicely swept. This time he'll only get a run. See, this is what I like about Chris Gayle today, that he's hitting boundaries, but at the same time he's rotating the strike. That's
Sure.
a sign of a very good player, and a player in form who knows that he needs to stay out there for his team, and I think he's playing a gem of an inning here. 30 of 26.
Exactly, you have to build a momentum in your inning. First you come in and you are under pressure, whether you are like a senior player or you are junior player, whoever you are, you have a pressure. It's like cricket is all about psychology. How your psychic is gonna play the game with your mind.
And that's out.
And a very beautiful catch at the leg slip.
Absolutely. He went for a sweep. I don't know if he saw there was a leg slip in position, but the trick completely worked for Sultans. They had a leg slip in place and they got a wicket on the first ball.
Was good strategy. And now they lost 2 wickets. Now their pressure is built back on the batting side.
Absolutely.
Even though we have a Chris Gayle playing right now, but thing is that is how somebody needs to stand there and give him a support.
Absolutely. And I really hope that this is what will Roland is going to do.
Yeah, so it has to be like somebody needs to stand on the other side of the keep the strike and keep rotating the strike every double single to give the strike to Chris Gayle.
Very true. And we got to give some points to Sultan here. A very good comeback. They got 2 wickets in less than 2 overs.
Now the bowling change or what? Who's the next bowler now?
So we got 4 men outside the circle. I beg your pardon, it's 5. We have deep square leg, we got deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep covers. So a very spread out field for Chris Gayle. Kevin Sinclair in his 4th over. There goes the big man that might go for 4.
And a
Very good fielding by the fielder at long on.
Good save. He saved 3 runs there
He sure did.
for his team.
See, these are the little efforts that makes a big difference at the end.
Yeah, every penny counts.
Absolutely.
Every run counts. What's going on?
So Roland, the new man in. They still have the same field. They have long on, long off, deep square leg, deep mid wicket, and deep covers.
Stephen Taylor is in. And I think he's from Orlando. Stephen Taylor is from here. From Fort Lauderdale. Young talent. Good looking shot, but
Nicely played.
nicely fielded there. So we have to.
So if the wicket goes down, they don't change the name until the next batsman comes on strike. Okay. So because I was calling, I thought Roland was still out there, but then when Steve came on strike, that's when I found out. And didn't Steve? Okay, Steve Taylor played for the US, correct?
Captain the US team before, but he's presently in the US team.
Steve is also a very good player, so this will be a very good combination here. The captain of US cricket team in the past. That was nicely played. They're going to get 1 easy run. Nobody on square legs, so that was an easy single.
So they have to plan something really nice for the fielding side of it. So they have to plan something in that to get the wickets.
Nicely bowled by Sinclair.
Yeah, he's bowling pretty decent. 4 overs, 25 runs.
Yep, that was a great spell by him.
And he only gave this over only 2 runs.
Yep.
It's a good comeback. And
So defending 111 is not a big deal. But I think Sultan are doing a very good job there. They bowled 7 overs, only 39 runs were given, considering the fact that Chris Gayle is still out there. So he played 7 overs out of those 7 overs. So I think very well bowled by the opposition here.
so let's say how built up a partnership between Chris Gayle and Stephen Taylor.
I think this will be a very key partnership here. Stephen has the experience of international cricket. He played for the US, and we all know about Chris Gayle. So I think this partnership will set the tone of this game.
Definitely.
This is Dane's 4th over. He only gave 14 runs so far. With that single, it's 15. A good change now will be 2 new bowlers from both the ends for the Sultans.
I think that was a game plan for them to the bowling side of it. The game plan of that, because the bowler did not bad on the as you compare them with the bowling against Chris Gayle, but they did a very good, fantastic job
I agree.
on bowling, very economical, and in 7 hours they gave only 40 runs. And
It was played down the ground by Chris Gayle for an easy single. And I have a very strong gut feeling that Chris Gayle especially has this mindset that he wants to finish these spinners and wait for the next set of bowlers to come in and then plan his game accordingly.
Chris Gayle is finisher in his nature.
Nicely
that-
bowled and very well played.
That's in his nature, to start something and finish. That's a quality of a great leader.
Absolutely. But as the audience, we are a little hungry for boundaries. So we are hoping for a medium pacer or a fast bowler coming in the next over and we get to see some fireworks. Nicely driven, but straight to the fielder on point.
Good bowling by.
Yeah, this
Dan
has been an
Pediac.
excellent spell. 2 wickets, 16 runs. He kept the
And-
pressure.
You know, I give a standing aviation to those people like youngsters.
Nicely played, straight to square leg. An easy single there to Steven. That brings Chris Gayle on strike for Dane's last ball. No, actually that's over. So
That's over.
8 overs gone, 42 for 2. Param Veers.
So that was a game plan to have it 8-hour ball by the spinners, and now they're gonna change the bowling to maybe fast pace. We see
So what do you think? Will they bring in another spinner or will they go with a medium pacer or a fast bowler?
I mean, they should bring, if they have a spinner, so bring a spinner, because if something working, you should not change.
I agree with you, and I think exactly that's what Sultans did. 22-yard Sultan, who are defending 111, has introduced yet another spinner into the attack. I don't know what Chris Gayle's mindset is right now. Like, is he a little frustrated that they're only bringing in spinners, or is he okay with the fact that they know the strategy and they're executing it well? But again, 32 of 30 runs is not struggling at all. So I think Chris Gayle is doing his part. Nicely
Yeah,
bowled.
That's not a bad move to bring back again spinner, for to continue the pressure on the batting side.
That was nicely bowled by Andre and very well played by Steven. They're going for 2 and should get it easily.
Steven on 5 runs on 10 balls, and Chris Gayle is on 32 on 30 balls, and all 8.2 hours gone. So target is 112. So they need another wicket here.
A little cheeky shot there by Steven. He wanted to sweep it, but very well bowled by Andre. It took his outside edge and went to gully.
And the bowler doing a excellent job bowling right to the target.
Exactly. He's bowling. He has a very tight feel on the off, and he's bowling to his field. So that's, as a captain, I would love to see that.
Yeah, he's
Nicely
only
played.
consumed only 3 runs so far in his 5 balls, which is
Very commendable. Absolutely.
right.
And then you have to understand that there was a pressure set up by the opening bowlers, and he came as the first change. So he came in with a lot of responsibility, and I think Andre is justifying the belief the captain had in him.
yeah, it's all teamwork, like it's everybody.
All right, nicely played by Chris Gayle for an easy single.
Team is stand for like together everyone achieve more. That's the team Akrams are. everyone achieve more. Together, everyone achieve more. Together. That's a team.
Absolutely.
Team sport.
United we stand.
Yes, the cricket is all about teamwork. It's a team sports that you need to work together and achieve your goals and whatever you plan. So cricket is also a planning. Right now, you see, right now Stephen Taylor and Chris Gayle, they are standing in middle of the crease and they are planning over there. How are we going to take from here to the other side of the other winning side?
All right, so we have a change in bowling now. No more spinners. We have a fast bowler coming into the attack. So this is the first time in this entire inning we're going to see some pace bowling from 22-yard Sultan, and Chris Gayle looks pretty excited.
I think Jesse Singh is a new bowler.
Yep. So Jesse's bowling from the pavilion end. So do you think Chris Gayle is going to go after him from the word go, or will he watch him for the first few deliveries and make his plans accordingly?
If you gave him a room to Chris Gayle, he's gonna hit out of park. I'm talking about just little room. I'm talking about a couple of inches, and he's gonna hit out of park. And Jesse Singh needs to really work hard and ball wicket to wicket if he want to achieve something.
All right, that was nicely bowled and very well played by Chris Gayle to third man. An easy single.
Sensible batting from Chris Gayle today. We've seen in his batting today the hint of planning, the goal, achieving goals, and that's very important for the young viewers that they are watching this live game. They can learn from it that there is a reason and there is a season. There is a reason for every season and there is a season for every reason. So you need to learn that strategy for your life to accomplish your goals.
I agree with you. And that's a wide down the leg side.
That's not gonna cut, Mr. Jesse. We need to ball wicket to wicket.
And that's the first extra of this inning. So far the spinners were to the point. They didn't give up any extras. So coming back to the thought, I completely agree with you. Normally people think if you're a big player, then you can come out and play your natural game. Doesn't matter if you hang in there or you get out early. But I think Chris Gayle is setting an example here for all the youngsters watching. That when somebody brings you in, they brings you in with a responsibility. And you as a player should deliver that. And that's exactly what Chris Gayle is doing right now. 34 of 32.
To become big, you really need to put some efforts in it. You need to work really extra hard, I mean, to where you are today is not because of just entire luck. It's your hard work, it's your dedication, it's your planning, and it's that's what you want to do in life, so you achieve it.
Very true. Nicely bowled by Jesse.
There's an old saying that mind can conceive it, heart can receive it, everybody can achieve it. So it's all about your conceive, the idea, the conceive in your mind, the idea conceive. First, anything great happen, before that there is an idea conceive in your mind.
I agree. I totally agree with you on that.
So Jesse coming back again, and
that was nicely bowled. 9.4 overs, 49 for 2. So sensible batting by Param. They did lose 2 wickets, but I think this partnership will actually set the tone for the game. And I have to give credit to 22-yard Sultans as well. They stick to their plan. They didn't give up a lot. So in a way, they're still halfway there. 111 is what Param Veers need to win. And right now they're at 49 and 9.4. A full toss delivery, well played by Chris Gayle, 2 covers. And that brings up the 50 for the Param Veers.
And that's not a bad over from Jesse. He only gave like 5 runs, including 1 wide ball. So that's not a bad start from Jesse.
I agree with you, and considering the fact that he was the first fast bowler in this entire inning to come into the attack, he had a lot of pressure on him, especially of Chris Gayle, but he bowled well. There was one extra, like you mentioned, down the leg side, but other than that, he's bowling to his strength.
You see this, you can be on top of the problem or you can be under the problem. Same thing, you can be on top of the pressure or you can be under the pressure.
True, very well said, and that's another vibe from Jesse. I think he's trying a little too hard here. He's pushing himself, and in doing so, he's missing his line.
Line and length. You got to bring line and length together, and you can achieve whatever you want. So we have one more ball left from the Jesse over. And again wide. And you know, these kind of wides will not cut it, especially with low scoring.
Well, the one chase is on, just about halfway mark. He had his money's worth. I had to say him oddly, but it's for free today. He said, my word, but I just had to go through the motion.
Absolutely, I would myself seeing a guest like that. Those type of catches with matches, and not the fact that it's Chris Gayle, it's just the beauty of the catch. You know,
But for him, you know, getting up there and putting it down at age 41, and he is on 38 from 38. He's getting close to his age, 38 from 38, and this guy still has everything going for him in cricket, especially in the shorter version. I think he's king of the hill. Stephen Taylor is on 18 from 18, so they're strolling in the park, batting at 100. He extends his arm but can't pass the point fielder.
Stephen Taylor, he looks so clinical, he looks so superb. He makes it look effortless the way he plays the ball, right under his eye. The eye coordination is absolutely spot on. And you know, he can be a massive player as well. He's a big player in this sort of tournament. I remember in the T10 tournament, he got Merthyr Grove to the quarterfinal, I think, last year in the T10 championship.
Well, he has expanded his wings into the CPL. He would have gone with the Barbados Tridents at one time, and Jamaica as well. And here he is.
I think with Stephen Taylor, we all know he's talented enough. I just feel like you need to spend a little bit more time at the wicket, accumulate some more runs. And it's time for him to step up the play. I think he's a great player. You can't take that from him. But I just need to see a little bit more maturity in his innings. As I mentioned before, great player, great class, and you can't take class from a classy player like this.
Yes, well, he's here now trying to overhaul 111. That's the Nelson that was put on the board. They need 112. And easy peasy so far with the 2 southpaw at the wicket. Both left-handers, this time down the leg side. Naughty. Well taken there by the wicket keeper. So score goes into the extras column to add 1.
Lucky 69 for 2.
So it's 43 to get from some 52 deliveries. So they don't even need a run a ball. So would we see the first 50 in this inning? Well, we are still some 12 runs short of that as far as Chris Gayle is concerned. And some 32 runs away from Mr. Taylor. Who will get there first? If they had to get there.
You definitely in a day like this, you'd have to put your money on Chris Gayle. Being he's more established, and it's just a matter of time before he's.
Nah, come on, you're very biased. I mean, Stephen Taylor is on strike now, and you're telling me that he cannot get to 50 before Chris Gayle?
Here comes Jesse Singh to bowl to Taylor, who drive out to extra cover for a single.
So we've gone off from 69 to 70, and Taylor goes up to 19, and Gayle is still on 38. And Taylor would have advanced one more. So let's see who would get to the 50 first.
Absolutely, I'm putting the money on Chris Gayle, being the fact, as we mentioned earlier, he's more established at the wicket, and he's putting maximum respect to the bowlers. He's not just coming out here flashing bat. He's conducting in his innings in a professional manner, and that's a good sign to see from Chris Gayle. He respects the game, and he's teaching the youngsters at home watching the tournament that you don't need to just come out and play big shots. You've seen that in the past game, and what Chris Gayle has bring to the table in this innings is his experience and being able to rotate the strike, and later on in the innings, as we were saying, you got wickets in and you got 11 over, then you can explore a little bit later.
Oh, well, Chris Gayle would have told me that I'm trying to get a feel of this wicket. I'm not worried about the runs. That's easy peasy. I'm just trying to get a good feel of this ground, where the wind is coming, where the background and the side screen and everything. He's trying to pick out every blade of grass to see where he can score runs, especially when the big one comes up. Coming up next, we have Fidel Edwards going to be showcasing his talent.
Yeah, very, very excited game next on. Very talented bunch of fellas. But earlier we were mentioning about Stephen Taylor and his responsibility in terms of the CPL. Oh, he has gotten contract with Barbados, Australia, and Jamaica Tallow as well. But we were saying that he needs to, put a little bit more maturity in his innings and fluidity and get things on the way. He's a great player, classy player, very effortless the way he plays the ball under his eye, but he just needs to keep that momentum and get a little bit more focus, and he will be one to look out for in the future.
Well, he's already one to look out for because he has a big name in these parts, and like I say, getting onto the international forum, then he just have to just put it out there. Who knows, he might be getting these contracts around the world, because T20 cricket is being played all around the world.
And you and I know he's a very experienced player, classy, but my thing is that I just need a little bit more maturity from him, and that would put the icing on the cake for me, because Stephen Taylor plays absolutely magnificent wherever he plays. So I just need a little bit more maturity from Taylor, and that will polish it off for me.
Well, he's partnering Chris Gayle, so what better person to be in the middle with? I would imagine. I did an interview with him in his early days. Oh, and he's bowled him! Chris Gayle went gung-ho, and his middle stump went lights, camera, action. The first sign of aggression we saw from Chris Gayle, and he seemed to be very dejected, and he's like wondering what in the world just happened. He took his eyes off that ball, and he was trying to swing that ball out of the park as if to say, change the ball, please.
Well, good stuff from Devendra Bishu. Coming to the attack, and he got one that didn't turn much. He just skid off the wicket. Chris Gayle play across the line, looking to advance at mid wicket, but Bishu play smart cricket, dragging it down the pitch. Kept a little bit low, but very good, very smart cricket from Devendra Bishu.
Yeah, he showed no respect for Devendra Bishu there. Remember, Devendra Bishu would have represented West Indies 7 times in the 2020 arena, so he is no newcomer in terms of 2020 cricket, so he would have done that at the highest level 7 times for the West Indies. But Chris Gayle, very disappointed, but he showed no respect for Mr. Bishu, because that was his very first delivery, and he just as if closed his eyes and swing and a miss. But it's not baseball where you have to be getting 3 strikes and you're out. 1 struck and you are gone. So Chris Gayle would have made somewhat
39 from 40, just 40. So new man to the wicket is Kamran Khan. Let's see what his contribution will be in terms among the runs scored yet today. So it stands 71-3, 12.1 over been bowled. Stephen Taylor is still a nut out at the other hand. He's on 19 from 22. Required run rate 5.2.
Well, we're going to welcome Audley Watson into the come box.
So welcome back, Audley. You've been watching the game. What's your insight? What are you thinking at the minute? Chris Gayle's gone for 39. What's your thoughts about that?
Mr. Gayle was taking his time, seemingly was just waiting to unleash those tomahawks out of the ground. But then Bishu had ideas. He said, look, Mr. Gayle, I have no respect for you. You know, I'm going to come and attack your wicket. And if you miss, I'm going to be hitting. And that was exactly what happened as he walked off rather dejectedly, you know. But that's cricket. The universe boss is gone. But then there are a few games to come, so he will have to make up for that.
Well, that's a good start. That's good
Yeah.
momentum with him. He just didn't get it as explosive as the fans probably would want him to. But he conducted himself decent, and he played proper cricket shots to all parts of the ground, but just didn't get a chance to accelerate today. And Stephen Taylor, he likes the ball turned away from him, so this could be a very good competition between Bishu and Taylor. But we know that Stephen Taylor loved to bat against spin bowling.
So it's 72 for 3, run rate of 5.7, required run rate 5.5. Only 3 wickets down.
Do you see a change of plan here?
I don't think that's necessary at the moment. Another 2 or 3 quick wickets, then you would have released the fox into the coop of the chickens.
Absolutely, but they still got lots of talented player left in the dugout to bat. I don't see them messing up.
At the moment, just 40 from 42 balls.
And any given day, you would say yes. That's an easy reachable target.
Oh, definitely. With 7 wickets in hand, I think it should be an easy stroll in the park, but who knows?
Absolutely. At this point, I just want to take the time out to just send a shout out to all the cricket viewers around the world that tune into MAQ TV. I know Mr. Mark Providence there from New York. He's always tuning into to the US Open. Unfortunately, he's not able to make it here, but I just want to say to Mark, keep doing the amazing job you've been doing in New York in terms of bringing cricket and highlight to youngsters, and playing a vital role in some of these youngsters' career in terms of just giving them supply to go out there and play cricket.
Also, Shah Faisal, he is a regular staple here, but he's not here today. He's in Atlanta, but I think he'll be coming in tomorrow or thereabout. So, shout out to Shaw.
Absolutely, and all the viewers around the world, the Caribbean, whatever continent you're in, just keep tuning into MAQ TV. This is the station for cricket.
Live from Lauderhill, the Broward County Stadium.
Oh, that's a loud appeal. Umpire not interested.
Right, even from here you can see that was going down the leg side, way down the leg side.
Just a discussion among 2 senior players.
That was Ned's first ball. Let's see what he's up to. It's coming down to the wire.
Batsman just trying to work this one on the inside, but can't really score. So, tidy stuff from 22 yards here. Tidy stuff.
Yeah, I must say they are really redeeming themselves. The problem was that in their turn at the bat, they did not really do themselves too many favors by only getting 111 runs.
Yeah, they lost too many regular wickets at intervals. They
Regular
could have
intervals, yeah.
build partnership and get momentum going. I think they had probably one partnership of 28 or 30 runs, and that's just not good enough. He cuts, and that's running down to backward point, and that's going to go into the boundary. 4 runs for Khan. Very good shot. Ball that was bit short, got on the back foot in a flash and smashed down to backward point for 4 runs. Very good shot.
Good shot indeed, and that's what they're looking for right now. Why draw it out when you can look? It may, the matches, the championship may come to down to net run rate. So if you can complete the match in 15 overs, why not do it?
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm quite sure that the coaching staff will get that message out there to them and let them know that we need to get this going. And as you see there, Khan is trying to take the responsibility in his hand. And I think if someone needs to play the aggressive role, it needs to be Khan. Stephen Taylor just probably need to stay there and bat through the innings, because that's what you do in the top 4. You stay there and you stand up to responsibility and keep going. It's no rush about it. 5 runs and over, it's easy picking. But what we're trying to say is about net run rate. We want to get the game off, and Taylor cuts, can't beat the man at backward point.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot. Also beautifully fielded.
Yeah, you don't want to give Stephen Taylor no farmer here outside the off stump, because he will go over extra cover, and that's one of his favourite shots.
Play quietly back to the bowlers. So the bowlers are doing very well, I must say. Ned, just 5 overs from his 5 runs rather from his first over, so he's doing well.
You reckon if they had gotten to 130, 140, you'd think the Atlanta Param would have been in a lot more problem than it is?
I think the strategy would have changed. They would not have. I don't think they would have opened so quietly, right? But when you know that you're just not too much run you have to chase,
Still
so you go out quietly, right? But there are times when that happens, and then you lose a rush of wickets, and then you end up in trouble. I'm not saying this is the situation.
Absolutely, but it's been good cricket all around today, we must say. Apart from we haven't got to any pass score over 160, 170. The first game got to 135. This game 110. So you think the wicket has anything to do with the low scoring thus far? Or we should just wait a few more day and a half to see what the momentum of the wicket's been playing and see how that turns out to go.
On the inspection this morning, I've declared that it was a bit soft, and so it could be the ball could be holding back, not coming on to the batters as fast as they would have liked it. So in doing that, you find you may mistime the ball and such like. But on the other hand, the bowlers are using it pretty effectively.
Absolutely, and it has shown to be in that the spinners have been most effective in this wicket.
And Bishu, with all the experience, yes, of course, getting the big boss, getting the boss, universe boss.
That's going to boost anyone confident.
Oh, yes. Yeah, first ball that he bowled.
And Bishu is playing with all the experience he's got. He's doing a phenomenal job. So after 14.4, we got a score of 78 for 3. Stephen Taylor 19 from 27. We've got Khan 7 from 10. And just so you a reminder, they're only chasing 112 for victory. Bishu. Taylor swept well. Oh, very vibrant effort down there backward a square, but wasn't able to cut it off, and Stephen moved up to 23 of 28. Very good shot from Taylor. He was down in his knee quite early, and execution of the shot was absolutely spot on.
And this is what you want to, you being a captain, this is what you want to see from your players, the effort that you're putting in. It's not a whole lot of score they've got to to defend. And at this time, see your guys are going out, putting 150% out. It makes you feel good.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Almost a little clash as they try to scamper a single in. Not really scamper, amble, just amble a single.
I guess both GPSs go in the same direction.
And that thing can be so wrong sometimes.
Absolutely. I've seen it so many times and so many occasions where batsmen just jogging through for a single, probably just having something meditating on the mind, not really paying attention to where they run into and barrage into their partner. But nevertheless, that did not happen in this occasion. So
the scoreboard flashes 29 from 30 balls. So it's 5 overs, less than a run a ball. And they should be able to canter home, barring some drastic change, 2, 3, 4 wickets.
Well, I'm reading it that Stephen Taylor is going to go after it this over. I think he's going to try and get probably 10, 15 runs from this over. I sense it coming.
Okay, let's see. He can sense it. It's coming.
Yeah.
Trying to move the field around to make sure that they cut off every possibility of a boundary. We have a lot of boundary riders here.
It's a very good shot from Taylor. He's thinking about 2, but not on. A decent return back to the wicket keeper.
Stay in your crease. This is one of the slang that we use in the COVID-19. We use the cricketing terms when they have no cricket show. We say, stay in your crease.
And that means to stay home.
Stay home.
Absolutely. Plays rather defensively. But Ned been bowling really, really well. He's keeping things pretty tight at the minute.
Yes, bowled 8 balls so far for 6 runs. Pretty tidy.
Very good.
That will be a single. No extra cover, but it's well covered by a fielder down there.
And the thing about him, he's not giving the batsman any sort of here with the ball. He's keeping it very flat and a little bit skiddy off the wicket. Because once you give Stephen Taylor any opportunity with flight, he's going to chip down the wicket or he's going to launch you over cover.
Release those arms.
So smart bowling from Ned. He went across the line. This could be run out, direct hit. Would have been gone, but Stephen Taylor made it home safe.
Yes, exciting cricket going on here at the Broward County Stadium. MAQ T10 US Open.
And it goes to show you that cricket is play on the pitch. You know what I mean? They're not struggling, but they're in a little spot, not a spot off by the ball, just a little spot. 86 for 3. The likes of Chris Gayle.
And he's bowling.
Could we say it's a spot of butter now?
He's bowled. As we were talking earlier, before the conversation we had before the game, this game begins, about on paper which team should be the favorite and who's the best. I think that the wicket is standing. I thought it was broken. No, but it's not. But he went back to cut that ball through the offside, and the lights went like crazy. That ball ricocheted into the wicket. Umpire's doing his repairs, and of course, there's going to be a new batsman.
Another 2 quick wicket would put the Atlanta Worms under a lot of pressure.
So Khan, it is Khan who is out. Yes, Damiani Banks is coming to join Stephen Taylor to put this thing away, to put this game away.
Yeah, they call him the runs machine in Jamaica. So let's see. We know what he's capable of doing. We know he's a clinical hitter of the ball. So let's see if he's not going to waste any time. He's going to go about business as usual, or he's going to play an anchor. I don't see him playing anchor role, but you never know. It's Stephen Taylor at the wicket. Just need to bat around him and play his natural game.
Well, he hasn't got much time to bat around. The overs are running out. I know not a great amount of runs, but just got to go. He'll be facing the bowler, as a matter of fact. So let's see if he's going to take a look first before he launch the ball straight at us over here in the commentator's booth.
Well, he doesn't have a lot of time to look because he got one ball left in this over, and this bowler is bowling really well, is Ned. So let's see who will be more victorious. Another wicket down, it could be disastrous, I think.
Oh, no
Stephen
run out.
Taylor trying to get a quick single, but Ebanks wasn't interested. Great call from Ebanks there.
They could have been in a lot of danger, so stay in your crease.
The COVID term would say stay at home, and there's no need for that kind of.
No need for panic.
Just need to stay at the wicket and play and get. They need 26 from 24, so it's not very far off.
So Atlanta Param Veers, they are in pursuit of 112. So far they are 86 for 4 and 24 balls, 24 legal deliveries to go.
Bishop's gotten 2 overs so far. I've gotten 1 wicket for 7 runs. Devendra Bishop.
And he got the wicket of the big fish, of course.
Absolutely, and that's the same delivery that he gave to Chris Gayle earlier. One that doesn't turn much, you just go straight through. Stephen Taylor was equal to the task. Oh, Taylor goes over mid-wicket. No need to move. That's gone about 15 rows back in the stand. Taylor is ready for business. He needs to go.
Completely out of here. Completely out of here, saying, Mr. Bishu, I have no respect for you.
Probably Stephen Taylor saying, hey, you know what? You're my backyard. It's time to go home and get my dinner. So I'm going to finish this game right away.
Yeah, he's saying just about time to get this thing over with. We have been playing around for too long. Now it's time to get out of here.
And the maturity, what we speak about, has been displayed from Stephen Taylor. A very good shot. Excellent shot. Oh, he cuts again down to point. They should get 2 easily. A good return. But the batsmen are in quite comfortable there, hardly.
Yes, sweeper cover. Make sure that it wasn't going to be a 4. So they ran 2. So it's 8 runs.
And for a very small total, that I must commend 22 yards again for, the fighting spirit. They haven't given up. They have played tremendous cricket in terms of the second half, in terms of their bowling and their feeling has been absolutely tremendous. And it's good to see in the tournament a fighting spirit.
To see, indeed, you can have a small score and it turned out to be a competitive one.
Oh, Taylor goes again. This one might run away. Oh, that's a magnificent stop. Beautiful effort from the man down there. Absolutely magnificent. Those sorts of effort, I tell you, glorious.
I think that fielder envisioned that there was some water there. He dove like it was jumping in a river and cut that ball off. Beautiful feeling. Beautiful.
Absolutely great stuff. Great passion, great vibes, great energy. Love it here in Central Borough Regional Park. Cricket at its best. US Open T20, the 12th edition. 22 yards versus Atlanta Perm. Taylor goes again. This time's a little bit finer. It's running away. They should come back for 2. Decide not against it. Very good call from Taylor and Ebanks. Very good communication out there.
Yes, no reason for them to run themselves out right now. It's never a good time to run your partner out or yourself. But they're just taking it easy. They already had about nine. Was it 9 runs from the over or 10?
Actually, they've got 11 from it. So
11,
Very,
okay.
very good effort.
Yes,
And Stephen
yep.
Taylor still has an opportunity to get to 50 if Ebanks plays his cards right. They probably need to display that to the batsman. You know, you need 13 runs, we need 15. What can you do from it? You're going to go off it. This is the time for Taylor to go at it, I think, if he's going to get to the 50, because Ebanks is only 1 hit away from stopping that. So I think he needs to take full advantage of it.
Yes, he's on 37 from 37.
It would be great to see Taylor get his first 50 of the tournament. at
And
home.
that would be the first 50 of the tournament. For the 2020 tour, for the 12th edition.
Seems to be going to be bringing on pace from the pavilion end.
And he has aborted his run.
Asad Ali. I guess he was just warming up. He was just trying to get that rhythm, get that momentum in. Asad Ali, the man back in the into the attack for the first time, it seems. Oh, so a no ball signal.
Time for a free hit.
Yeah, and back to the equation when Ivory was here in the commentary box. He did say if he was to bet and who's going to get to the 51st, it's going to be Stephen Taylor, and I think he's absolutely right. He has a glorious chance of getting to that 51st. So
Yeah, because Gayle gone for.
so Gayle is gone for 39 from 41. So he still can win the bet.
And yeah, the odds are still could end up as none.
Slow ball.
Good comeback from a free hit.
Very good delivery coming back from a free hit. And you could bowl 10 of those. Why can't you put that effort in for the next 5? Well, I don't think they're going to play towards the 50 for Taylor because, you know, a win is more important than getting a 50 for Taylor. So 3 points on the board is more crucial. I'm quite sure that the management staff and the...
Yeah, but my point was the race is not for the swift.
For those who can endure.
Gayle had a higher number. It didn't mean he'll get there first. So that's one for the coaches, from the coach's book.
Okay. Here you hear it from the man himself, Ivory.
Well, the captain is making sure the bowlers that they field it all spread out.
Oh, beautiful delivery. A little bit of inward movements off the
Yes.
seam.
So there's still some life in the pitch. Still some life in the pitch. It's only day one.
Yes, it's just for you to get the ball in the right areas. And if you looked at the first game, there was something in it for the fast bowlers. So it's just for you to put that in the extra effort in there as a fast bowler, for you to be rewarded.
Wayne Parnell took 3 wickets. Maybe the man of the match. Who knows?
A very good shot off the pad. They should come back for 2 easily. Ebanks is off the mark with a glorious shot through mid-wicket for 2. Very destructive player. Played against him myself in St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, a couple of years ago. And I can tell you, he's a clinical player, very talented young man. I think should have probably gone on to represent
Jamaica.
Jamaica and West Indies.
Partnership 15.
In no time.
What will Ali do this time? Oh, what a ball! That almost reminds me of one of those toe breakers from Lasip Malinga.
He has some very deadly Yorkers, as he demonstrated in this over. He's bowled two of them, one to Stephen Taylor and one to Ebanks. Really good stuff. So if you're just joining us, 22 yards made 112, and the Atlanta Ferns, they're chasing. Sorry, I beg your pardon. 111. Atlanta Fern, they're chasing 112 for victory, and they are somewhat 11 runs away from 14 deliveries. It's Taylor and 38, Ebanks and 2. Ebanks goes and a ball that.
They're thinking about the second, but nope. They would be in real trouble. They would be struggling.
So one ball to go. Stephen Taylor, and he's on 38. Really tried to get a single, or really tried to go over the top for a maximum. And the lights are on at the Central Bar Regional Park. Taylor drive, beautiful shot, effortless.
There should be at least two in this one.
Great
Yes.
picked up from Jesse Singh. But that was a very elegant, lorry-looking shot from Stephen Taylor. I tell you about the lad. He's such an effortless player when he plays the ball. Classy. Fantastic stuff from Taylor. That takes him on to 40 from 40 delivery.
And especially, I can tell you, when a left-hander plays that ball, it's even prettier.
More
elegant, yeah.
Absolutely. And the thing about Stephen Taylor too, he does play under the eye coordination. He's right underneath his eye, and that's something a coach would tell you. Get your foot to the pitch, get your high and get over it, and that's exactly what Taylor did. And he looks really good. 40 from 40, very good stuff from Taylor. And they're hedging closer to victory. With 8 runs to get from 12 delivery.
Yes, it's just happened to be much closer than we originally thought it would be. I figured there would be home and a canter. The Param team, the Atlanta Param, I think they would be home and a canter, but it was not to be. There has been a good competition, bat on ball.
So Ebanks on strike. Really try to get a single and get Taylor on strike, or really try to finish it. I think the best route to go is probably finish the match in this over. I think Ebanks will try to capitalize. So a decent day, great weather, great cricket.
Oh, the weather has been absolutely beautiful. I can recall some years it's cold, it's windy, it's rain, and more rain. Nothing like that this year, at least so far. Today it's been beautiful weather, sunshine, a little cloud cover, and everything, but no rain.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember 2 seasons ago, 2 years ago, I think, and when we got here, it was just so windy
and cold.
And
really below, Florida's the type of weather we are accustomed to here in Florida.
What it reminded me is I was looking over the top and I was like, am I in Yorkshire, England? Then I realized that it's just the nature of life, things changes.
Yeah.
So through the weather, so to the game.
5 from 10, 5 runs, 10 balls, are possibly 1 shot away.
Smart cricket from Taylor, very smart cricket. He's not trying to give his wicket away, and that's something we spoke about earlier. It's about him playing more mature and getting the job finished.
You got exactly what you're asking for, I can say. You got exactly that. Still a possible 1 shot away. No.
Just a little shiver there from McCarthy. And them two have been playing in New York against each other very quite often. I saw them in the final of one of the New York leagues. Well, Stephen gave him a dose of his medicine.
No, this is pretty interesting. It's getting to be pretty interesting, I can say.
Two highly competitor against each other. They've known each other pretty well. Oh, Taylor punches down the wicket.
So it's 4 from 8.
Ebanks on strike.
Must say congratulations to 22 yards for putting in such a good fight. Bowlers are sticking to their jobs. The fielders have been magnificent.
It's 1 hit away, but it's not over until it's over. So it's 4 from 6. It's a game of cricket. You and I have seen it so many times. It should be a easy, comprehensive win for the Atlanta Ferns, but in this day and situation, you never know what's going to happen when it comes on to T20 cricket. You see, Lasith Malinga has done it in so many occasions for Sri Lanka in terms of bowling a last over, getting Yorkers in. You just never know. And you got...
And it took a Marlon Samuel to take him out of his plan.
Absolutely, in the final.
Yeah.
Marlon Samuel. We speak of Samuel, he's a very class actor as well, a very good player. But I think he retired.
He has retired from international cricket. He has now taken up the mic as a DJ.
Absolutely. And I think most of these players, back in the days when I was a kid growing up, I would see in the early 90s, I would see people retiring at 40, 42, something like that. But now I'm seeing people retiring at 31, 32. I'm like, okay.
Back then, there was no T20 leagues around the world. There was no T20 cricket period. So there was nothing to fall back to when they retire. No, if they have the ability, because some players can play across all 3 formats, 4 when you add T10, and some just can't. And if he is one of those players that has the ability to play across all the formats. So people are retiring early and they are going around the circuit. If they are drafted to play in the T20 leagues, then that's exactly what's happening. So they are not going home to relax or become an umpire.
Absolutely. Well, you're definitely right. You've seen that throughout the years the game have changed significantly, and players are now getting more opportunity financially in terms of back in the days. You know what I would like to see? I was thinking about it a couple of days ago. Brian Lara playing T20 in his prime. I think
what about Sir Viv?
Sir Viv Richard. Honestly, I didn't really see much of Sir Viv Richard, growing up.
Oh, you're pretty young.
I've seen clips and I've seen highlights. I've seen lots of highlights and I've seen on this shock TV he was. So it definitely would be.
I know you have to talk about players in your era. I understand.
Not necessarily, but just trying to put that into place. But definitely. Yeah.
Well, we saw Brian Lara here. I think he scored a century. I think it was one in one of Lawrence Rowe's matches that were put on here. They forgot the name of it right now. I know it. But he made a century here. No, it's down to the wire.
Are you taking a look at the equation?
It's 3 runs and it's 4 balls. Wow. Who really thought that this would have ever happened? It would have come down to this.
Wow. It's 1 hit away, but you've seen Asad Ali. He's been bowling wicket to wicket. He's been getting very good Yorkers in there, and if he can get 2 or 3 more Yorkers in there, it could be dangerous.
Are you smelling an upset here?
Well, you never know. It's the nature of cricket. I would love to see an upset in this tournament, just so that the big guns.
And they reminded us that it's 22 yards.
Absolutely. That's the best part. We own this thing. This is 22 yards.
22 yards. Yeah, they are the owners. 22 yards.
So Oh, it's
That one
down to fine leg. They've gone for one.
good throw.
3 from 2.
The wickets lit up over there, but of course the batter was in his crease. No damage done as far as getting out.
We must commend 22 yards again. They've been doing really phenomenal in terms of their fight back in the second half of their innings.
Not even the most enthusiastic cricketer, was looking to. We can hear the what they call in the background here, Bazoola, blowing in the background here. Yes. Taylor, why did you leave it so late? Well, you left everything this late, man. You caused us to be biting our fingers, and we're thinking about biting our toenails when we run out of fingers. but eventually, they won with 2 balls to spare. It was a close one, a very modest total of 111 and 22 yards. I must say, defended themselves real well, and
A little animosity.